Hi everyone, and I'm so sorry if you were expecting a bases video today, foundations and BB creams and CC creams and tinted moisturisers. I'm basically mid-house move, and so most of my bits and pieces have been packed away, apart from the stuff that I use on an everyday basis and the stuff that I'd kind of put aside for my September favourites video, which was last week. But today's look is just a very quick one, hopefully it'll be quick, using a couple of my current favourites. So some of the things I'll have talked about last week in last week's video. So let's get started. So I'm using the Clarins Extra Comfort base because I've had quite a few requests on a review of this, and I wanted to show you how lovely and sumptuous it is. Lots of you will like the pot packaging, lots of you won't because of kind of hygiene reasons and stuff. All I will say is that just make sure that if you're using it, I mean you'd make sure of this anyway, but that your fingers are really clean or your brush is clean. And then I just go in with my brush, tiny dab. Now this is a really rich, creamy foundation, so not really great for oily combination skins, but great if you've got dry skin but you want a full coverage base that doesn't look cakey or that doesn't dry your skin out but lasts all day. So just a tiny amount of that on my brush. I'm just dotting it over. And I find this really easy to apply, really easy to sheer out. But yeah, I wouldn't really recommend it for oily combination skins. It's really for skin that's on the drier side, I'd say. And just sweeping over a little bit of powder on the T-zone. Not that it really needs it. I mean, it doesn't feel oily. I just don't want any shine. Should have really done concealer first, but I don't even know where my concealer is. Dermablend! Really strong for under eye circles. My skin hasn't really been behaving very well lately. I think partly due to stress, partly due to the fact that I quite unwisely decided to retest out my theory about my skin and dairy, and it just completely broke out. So that's why I'm going for a kind of a fuller coverage today. But I think that it still looks very fresh, very young. I love this foundation. Can't stress enough that it's not really for oily skin at all, but brilliant if your skin feels dehydrated or it's on the dry side. So there's my base done, and I'm just going to liven up the skin a little bit with some bronzer. I've been using this one recently. I can't see very well today for some reason. I think the camera must be further away than usual. This is a KIKO bronzer and it's shade 100. It's quite orangey actually, this bronzer. It's quite warm. So if you like that, then you'll like this. I'm really into these Chanel blushes at the moment, the cream ones. So just a little spot of that here. This is shade 64. And then on the eyes, I'm going to use, these are absolutely amazing. Autograph from Marks and Spencer's Pure Colour Mousse Eyeshadows. And I'm going to use the one, I think this is called Russet, which is like a really bronzy, warm, reddish tone. Just in this smouldering kind of wash. And you know what? I think I'm going to pop a little bit underneath as well. Using a brush that's completely inappropriate. One of these is a pencil brush. But I just like the idea of the colour underneath, but my fingers aren't thin enough really to do that. Oh, I love it, I love it. In the autumn, I know it's a little bit obvious, but I always like to go for these coppery, bronzy, rusty shades around the eyes. It's pretty much the only time that I do it, but actually on blue eyes it's really quite effective. And then I am going to line the waterline. I'm going to use one of these Anastasia Eye Covet pencils, which are really good. They're very long lasting. That one is in shade Gilded. And then I'm going to use my, oh, where has it gone? literally my favourite beauty product for the whole of autumn or fall, which is this Chanel mascara, and it's in shade, is it bronze khaki? Hold on. Khaki bronze, number 40. And probably not so good if you've got dark lashes, but if you've got blonde lashes, I just think this is incredible. It's almost like paint or something. I don't know, it's got a really strange texture, possibly because it's light. And I think on darker lashes they'd look a little bit dusty and weird, but on blonde lashes it's amazing for just really good definition. But I just think it's even nicer than a brown mascara. Brown mascaras always just seem really wishy-washy and don't really apply properly, but this is, well, I'll show you. And you can see the difference between one eye and the other. It's quite incredible, really. Just adding a little bit more colour into the kind of around the socket line. Same colour, same russet shade. Just to deepen it a little bit. I'm using one of the new Rouge Allure lipsticks, one of the clicky ones like this. Now this could be a bit controversial, this lipstick choice, because it's quite pearly, but I'm really into it. It reminds me of the lipsticks I used to wear when I was a teenager. And this one is shade 125 Indices. And I suppose I've been wearing it quite a lot because it's, I don't know, it feels quite uplifting. Look at my nails as well. I've gone in quite girly today. I'm just quite into the, not sparkles, but a little bit of gleam at the moment. So that is the finished look. Sorry about the bases video again. I can't apologise enough because I know it's annoying when you're expecting one thing and you get another, but it is complete chaos here. So hopefully I'll have that filmed by next week and at the latest week after. So thanks for watching. Make sure you're subscribed and I shall see you next time.